Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the remaining 3 questions from exercise 7.2 and an important topic, centroid of a triangle. So let's go to the 8th question from 7.82. 8th question. If A and B are -2, -2 and 2, -4 respectively, find the coordinates of P such that AP is equal to 3/7 AB and P lies on the line segment AB. Now, here the important data which is given in your question is AP is equal to 3/7 AB. AP is equal to 3/7 AB. So you can understand that the total length of AB is 7. That is 3 parts of AB is AP. So the remaining part will be PB. Once again, 3/7 of AB. So you can take the total length as 7. So 3 parts is AP. So the remaining parts will be PB. That is remaining length of AB. So if AP is equal to 3/7 AB, you can take BP as 4/7 AB. Then only AB becomes 7 units. Clear? So AP is equal to 3/7 AB. So you can calculate PB or BP as 4/7 AB. So what is the ratio? It is 3/4 or 3:4. The ratio by which the point P divides the line segment AB is 3:4. That is the data which you are going to derive in this question. Now you know the point A is -2, -2. Point B is 2, -4 and the ratio is 3:4. So you have to find the coordinates of P. Which formula will you use? You will use the section formula. That is m1x2 plus m2x1 by m1 plus m2 for the x coordinate, m1y2 plus m2y1 by m1 plus m2 for the y coordinate. Here is the substitution. Students, I have told you to write x1, x2, y1, y2 separately when you do. This is how I wrote. This will avoid the confusion while substituting the values. Now let's see. After substitution and doing the respective operations, you will get the coordinates of point P as -2/7 and -20/7. Hope you understood that. The next question, 9th one. Find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining A -2, 2 and B 2, 8 into 4 equal parts. So what is the importance of this question? Here a line segment is divided into 4 equal parts by certain points. If you want to divide a certain line segment to 4 equal parts, how many points you need? You need 3 points. Here I have marked it as P, Q and R. Here you can see that P and R will divide the line segment AB in certain ratio and Q will be the midpoint. Q will be the midpoint. Now, let's see. If I take this line segment as 1 unit, then what is this length? Or I'll take this as 4 centimeter. So, if this is 1 centimeter, the remaining part of this, that is if AP is 1 centimeter, PB will be 3 centimeter. So what is the ratio? 1:3. 1:3. I told you Q is the midpoint. So you will use midpoint formula. Now what about R? Here I am taking this total length as 4 centimeter. So when I divide it into 4 equal parts, each section will be 1 centimeter. That is AP will be 1, PQ will be 1, QR will be 1 and RB will be 1. So if I consider the point R, this AR is 3 centimeter and RB is 1 centimeter. So the ratio in which the point R divides the line segment AB is 3:1. So the point P divides in the ratio 1:3, Q divides in the ratio 1:1 and R divides in the ratio 3:1. So now you will substitute these values to get the coordinates of point P, the coordinates of point Q and the coordinates of point R. I told you here M1 and M2. For point P, M1 is 1, M2 is 3. Okay, you will get the coordinates of point P as -1, 7/2. Now, using midpoint formula, you will get the coordinates of the point Q as 0, 5. In which ratio the point R divides the line segment? 3:1. That is M1 is 3, M2 is 1. Substituting the values, I'll get the coordinates of the point R as 1, 13/2. So, if a line segment is divided into 4 equal parts by 3 different points, the first point divides the line in the ratio 1:3. The second point divides the line segment in the ratio 1:1. And the third point will divide the line segment in the ratio 3:1. Very important. Keep it in your mind. Now, 10th question. Find the area of a rhombus if its vertices are 3, 0, 4, 5, -1, 4 and -2, -1 taken in order. For this question, you should know how to find the area of a rhombus. The area of a rhombus is equal to 1/2 into product of its diagonals. 1/2 into product of its diagonals. So what is a diagonal? The line that joins two non-consecutive vertices. Here BD and AC are the diagonals. So how will you find the length of the diagonal? Using distance formula. You will find the length of the diagonal using distance formula. Which is the distance formula used here? It is x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square and it's under the whole root. Clear? So, here I have written the value for AC and BD. Now, substituting the values, I'll get the first diagonal AC as 4√2 units and the second diagonal BD as 6√2 units. Now, I'm going to substitute AC and BD values in the formula for area of a rhombus. That is 1/2 into AC into BD. That is 1/2 into 4√2 into 6√2. That's equal to 24 square units. Hope you understood the concept. Next is a very important concept, that is centroid of a triangle. Students, it is not mentioned in your textbook, but if you go through the previous question papers, you will find a question from centroid of a triangle. This comes under the section formula. What is the centroid of a triangle? The centroid of a triangle is the meeting point of all the three medians of a triangle. What is a median? The median is a line segment which joins a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. And what is the thing you have to learn? Here, the centroid of a triangle divides all the medians in the ratio 2:1. 2:1. So tell me, how many vertices does a triangle have? You know, the triangle has 3 vertices. So if I take the coordinates as x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3, the coordinates of the centroid is given as x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. This is an important formula that is not given in your textbook. So make sure that you learn this for exam. Okay, we'll see 2 problems which come from this topic. Determine the centroid of a triangle whose vertices are 5, 3, 6, 1 and 7, 8. Here I have written that x1, y1 we have taken it as 5, 3, x2, y2 as 6, 1, x3, y3 as 7, 8. So what is the centroid formula? X coordinate is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and the y coordinate is y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Substituting the values, you will get the coordinates of the centroid as 6, 4. That is, x coordinate is 6, y coordinate is 4. The next indirect question from this portion is, if the 2, 2 are the coordinates of the centroid of a triangle whose vertices are 0, 4, negative 2, 0 and p, 2. So what is given here? The centroid is given and the 3 vertices are given. So what is the unknown? One of the x coordinate is unknown. One of the x coordinate is unknown. So you will take x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3 and here you have both the coordinates of centroid. This is the x coordinate of the centroid and y coordinate of the centroid. You know what is the x coordinate of a centroid. What is the x coordinate of the centroid? x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So you will equate it to the x coordinate of the centroid. So what is that? 0 plus negative 2 plus p. What is the x coordinate? 0 plus negative 2 plus p by 3 is equal to 2. Is equal to 2. Now you will get finally p is equal to 8. P is equal to 8. So by this we wind up the chapter coordinate geometry. Students, as per the deleted portion, area of a triangle is deleted from the chapter coordinate geometry. So students, we will have the assignment questions at the end of this session. Learn the concepts clearly. Thank you. Have a nice day.